Today we're talking Dark Wind Season 4, Episode 3. Welcome to Screens in Focus. I'm Diana. Renee is here. Hi, Renee. How's it going today?
Hello. It's going very well. How about you?
It's going amazing.
Great.
I know I always say I'm really excited, but I really am. I just love talking about this series. It's so good.
It is. It's really good.
And this particular episode, I don't know, something about it just really excited me. I think it just had so many things involved, and it was intense and it was emotional. And Irene, man, she really went there with that sweat lodge. And I'm like, oh my God, holy crap. I can't believe it. So before we break it down, before I get your take on it, I do want to pose our question of the day. The question of the day is, do you think Chee's reaction is purely emotional, or is something else affecting him? All right. So we're all going to think about that, answer it later. But Renee, oh my gosh, that final scene between Irene and Leaphorn was honestly so chilling. What was going through your mind at the moment?
Overall, I was like, this is a great episode. We're getting more suspense. We're getting more focus on Chee, which was secondary last season. And then this all happens. And so my first thought was, wow, she is so ballsy to just do these things, go in his house, do these things. And then, like you said, at the sweat lodge, then and I'm thinking, poor Joe, he's just trying to do his sweat lodge thing, purify him, and then she's defiling him.
She is.
Poor guy.
Oh my gosh. Okay, that kiss, we have to talk about it. I'm sorry. Before we get to anything else. That was, you're right, very ballsy, very, and I can't even imagine what was going through his head, because I think he was trying to keep his composure and who am I working with here? This is dangerous, the way she is approaching me. He was really keeping it all together. Of course, she has a gun pointed at him too. So many things to break down. It was just crazy. I don't know. And then that slight giggle or girlishness of her, I don't even know, but she did it so well. She did amazing in this role. I thought, I was like, wow. All right, that was a big moment. What other moments stood out to you in this episode?
I love how they're using like the beginning of the new episode to kind of catch viewers up from some of the mysteries behind things that happened in the previous episode. They did that with a diner. We got to see like two point of view, and then now we get to see, okay, we were questioning too. It's like, how did Albert get in there, wrap himself up, this? And we got to see all of that play out. It had a sad ending, but at least we got that build to find out how did this all happen? Because it was such a mystery, all of those pieces, who broke into the Hogan and who put him in there, because we discussed that he didn't wrap himself up on those things. And I really enjoyed that. I thought it's really fun how they're doing that this season, just giving us that backstory after the fact. And
I love, like you said, how we got confirmation on what we were asking. But man, was that dramatic. It was shocking. I was so sad. This poor grandpa.
I know.
I just thought it was so sad. And then I thought, how did Irene know to go there? How did she know how did she get a step ahead of them? Because they were able to get that information from Billie. So how did she know that? But I just love seeing all the pieces together. But I thought, man, this woman is wicked. And then what we see at the end, to see her, so much we have to still learn about her, because even sprinkled throughout, there's all these different moments of her. What else struck you in this?
I'm really loving Bern's patience with Billie, because she knows there's other things she could be doing. She could be looking at the clues. She could be doing these things because she's very passionate about that. But she knows this girl needs her, and she understands what she's going through. She lived at the school. She escaped from the school how many times? So she understands her very well. And she was truly devastated when she realized that the girl jumped out of the window in the middle of the night. That I'm sure that she's feeling, I'm supposed to be protecting this girl. I'm supposed to be watching over her, and this happens. So I just really enjoy that relationship. And like I said, she's got how many things on her plate that she should be focusing on, but she's taking the time to make sure this girl feels safe and things like that. Yeah. So I just really enjoyed that.
I did too. I thought that was really special. I felt like Bern is really validating all the reasons that Joe thinks that she should be the one, because she knows exactly what to do, when to approach her, how to approach her, just the things that they went through. I just thought it was super special too. I'm shifting to Bern and because that moment in the car, actually the moment at the station house was so cute, because I was like hiding behind my hands because I'm like, no, they're going to get caught. They're going to get caught. Yeah, somebody's going to see it. And I didn't know who it was going to be. And I thought, oh my God, is Joe going to come up, or who's going to come up? It's going to be the wrong person. I was so glad that it was the deputy that found them, because of course she's the one who said, yeah, she's like, who are they fooling? I was so glad it was her. But so that was sweet. And then when they were in the car, and everything that he said, and that he said he loved her. And I thought, oh my God, how is she going to respond to that? And then she responds to that. And I thought, wow, that was so special, that moment between them. First him saying it, and then her saying it back. And then of course she asks him about Joe and what he would hope for them. But when they said, I love you and I love you, I thought to myself, oh my God, somebody's going to die.
Yeah.
That's exactly what went through my mind. But I'm like, wait, no, in the books, they're still both alive. This story can't go on, or it could, but it would be horrible if it did without them. But honestly, it was just felt too perfect for, I like, when is the other shoe gonna drop? Of course, then the other half of the episode comes up, smacks us in the face. In talking about Bern, it feels like she's pulled in so many directions right now. So what stood out to you the most about her emotional state in this episode?
Like I said, I'm just really impressed with her. She's got a lot going on. She's trying to manage a relationship. She's trying to be the person Joe thinks she is. He knows she's got the potential, so she's trying to live up to that. But she's also got her PTSD from killing someone the last season. That she hasn't dealt with that we know. I mean, like, it's still there, lingering. And some people can handle that and whatever. But at some point, you feel like it might come with all this other stress she has. That might be a breaking point for her. Something may happen with that. So I feel like she's handling it well so far, but it makes me a little nervous because she's been pretty unemotional about everything. She's got a lot of stuff going on, but I don't feel that she's experiencing the emotions that should go along with those things she's dealing with, I guess is how I'm trying to say it, because and they're all dealing with so much. So it's difficult.
And you're right, because it's almost as though in my mind, okay, last season, all that happened to her. It's now onto this season and these emotions and what she's dealing with. But you're right. Has she dealt with what she was feeling? And maybe she was when she was off, because she wasn't working for a while. Right. So we don't know how she was filling her days and how she was feeling. And I assume that she was there with her horses and everything else that she was doing with, and maybe that was helping her. And I know she has her little pouch with her. So I'm sure she's doing whatever she needs to take care of herself. And the only reason I think that might be so, now I don't know, because you never know what happens in the rest of the episode, but I feel with what she was going through with Billie in that sort of, I would call it a prayer, but I don't know what is called on the reservation or through Navajo beliefs, but whatever it was, it felt so good to watch that part. It was like, it just felt healing. And so, yes, that was for Billie, but maybe it was for her too, to go through those emotions, because I just love when they insert ceremonies like this and we get to experience some of what they go through and such. So I really appreciated that. But I also think that Bernadette has been pretty steady this season. It's only been 3 episodes, but still, she's been pretty steady. Her judgment has been pretty good. She's been protective of Billie and others too. And I just, like I said, I think that she is showing us why Joe and trusts her.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Let's talk about Chee.
Okay.
What's your feelings on him?
So his emotions are all over the place. And like, I feel like on one hand, I just want to shake him because I feel like he's kind of being a brat sometimes. You know, it's like, come on, stop it. But then, you know, you like think about, okay, he's got all these feelings of love that he's not used to expressing. He's trying to do that.
Yeah.
Then he feels betrayed by her. He feels betrayed by Joe. He feels like he's not living up to what Joe's expectations. But then he's also got something crazy spiritual, supernatural, something or other going on. And he doesn't put a lot of faith in that. He was gone for so long that he didn't grow up experiencing those, appreciating that spiritual side of his upbringing, of his heritage. But I think he's getting a very harsh taste to all of that with whatever is going on with him. And it's all happened once he entered that Hogan. And now it just seems like that is what it is. And so I'm worried about him a lot because I feel like, it's getting pretty bad for him.
It is. And you see that mark on the side of his body and then the tooth coming out. So this is very physical. Did something like that happen to Joe? Or am I...
He had ghost sickness or something. I was
he did have that.
Yeah.
But I couldn't remember if the tooth aspect of it, or if I'm thinking of a different movie or something I've seen.
That's been in horror movies. I've seen that. Yeah. So
I don't know.
Yeah, I guess I don't remember the tooth with Joe, but that doesn't mean it didn't happen and I just forgot.
Yeah. That's what I couldn't remember specifically, but I thought, wow, this seems like the same thing that Joe was experiencing. Again, we knew that Joe experienced things last season, but was it a tooth too? I don't know why. I feel like it might have been, but not absolutely sure. Yeah. And the dreams, whoa, is he having dreams? I don't know. He's having something. We don't know if it's accurate or not. Vision, right? Yeah. Yes. And it's funny, when his nose was bleeding and he went into the bathroom to clean himself, then I started thinking, is your nose really bleeding or do you just think your nose is bleeding? Because it's hard to tell half the time what's real and what's not real. But I wanted to shake him too. First, with Bernadette, okay, I can see him being upset. I can totally see that. But when she said, this is my dream, and of all people, I thought you would be the one to understand that. I thought that would kind of shake him out of his you lied to me. But nope, that didn't. He just went to his car and she's just, okay, fine. So I wanted to shake him then. Then when he went to Joe, and yes, the things he was saying to Joe were accurate, but man, you do not cross that line. If you have a friend, I know he's hurt, but I'm like, holy crap, you brought up Emma. And I feel like Joe's all, hey, like, back off, man. Better watch out. I don't know. That was, Chee, come on, man. Come on. You were so happy just a little while ago. And now, you've really gone the other direction there.
I like that he brought up BJ Vines though. I thought that was interesting. I did that a lot.
I did too, because you always wonder. And so I love that it validates what you think. Or did they know? Do they know what's happening? Yeah, but they are detectives. Like he said, I'm a detective.
We figured this out.
I know.
I'm good at my job,
All right. I want to talk about Joe and Irene because there's that phone call. I'm like, holy crap, give me a fan, man. Because I'm like, what's happening here? Because Joe's got that deep voice as he's going. And it's what I love about that scene is it's contradictory, right? Because it feels very like kind of sexy and intimate, but it's so wrong and dangerous. And just so many emotions are going through them and through me, and I'm feeling it. I'm like, oh my God, they're playing this so good. And because they have that close up of his mouth as he's talking, I'm like, okay, they're doing this on purpose. So they know what they're doing to us. But I just thought, she's trying to get into his head, or is she? It's like half the time, I don't know if she's playing a game or if she's really whacked out and is just saying what she thinks. I don't know. What do you think about her?
Yeah, she's definitely hard to read because, like you said, what is she just playing a game? Is this fun for her? Is she goes in there and she's sniffing his clothes, and I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, weirdo. You know, I mean, like, who does these things? You know, so it's like, yeah, I can't figure her out. She's obviously very skilled at what she does. She's very skilled at a lot of things. We've seen her do several things that are pretty impressive.
Yeah.
And then she's very methodic in everything she's doing and all this. And then all this stuff comes. I'm like, oh my gosh, now what's she doing? Yeah, I haven't quite figured out what her, and obviously she's looking for Leroy. We got that part figured out.
Yeah.
But I don't know anything else about why or anything like that. But yeah, her just everything about her is just very confusing because I don't know what she's doing. And like you said, is she really like interested in him? Is it I wonder if it's just the thrill of it all.
I feel like she feels somewhat connected to him, or there's something about him that she does like or intrigues her, because when she is in his house, she's not doing that for play. It's not like on the phone when she knows he's on the other end. So she could have played around with him on that part, pretending this or that. And she does get upset when he tells her, basically, he knows who she's after. Like she gets mad because then she feels out of control. But when she's in his house, no one knows we're seeing it, but it's just fascinating to watch somebody like this. And it's scary and it's dangerous. I don't know. It's just like she has a little bit of a vulnerability in there too, which is weird. I don't know. It's like she believes there's a connection between them. And I think that's what's scary. It almost reminds me of, what's that movie from a long time ago? A Fatal Attraction. Oh. That's what it reminds me of in a bit. Yeah. Because she thinks I think she thinks he's reciprocating and he's not. It shows how distorted her mindset is, and it makes her very unpredictable and dangerous.
Yeah.
I don't know.
And now she has Emma's address.
I know.
And the picture, and so I was like, okay, no, you can't do that.
I know. I saw
pretty worrisome. Yeah.
I know. And then she took his RC Cola.
Yeah. And I love how he was so like that. Somebody moved that. He knew someone had moved that. He's the only one there. And it was one of those things that set him off, and he's looking around. Okay, wait. Then realizes she made that call from his house, you know, and
yeah. I do want to touch upon Billie, because I felt so bad for her because she lost her family, her grandfather and her cousin, and she already doesn't have her parents. And so I just thought, she's being so strong. She's so strong. She's trying to take control of what she has no control over. And so I think that's why she takes off, because I need to get to Leroy. He's my only living family member that I know. And so she sets off, which is pretty scary, but I don't know.
Yeah. And she does not want to go back to that school, which who can blame her, you know? And so she'll do anything to avoid that.
I know. And, you know, when Bernadette said, I ran away 16 times and I was the one that was up on that pole, and she's, you were the one. Like she's this famous. Yeah, she's a legend. But I thought to myself, oh my gosh, why isn't there a shift or a change here? I know we talked about it last episode, but it just again came up in my mind as to if that's how it was when Bernadette was that age, and it's been at least a decade or more, right? So I'm curious as to why no changes have been made.
Yeah.
Sad. So one of the biggest themes here is the spiritual consequence of Chee entering the Death Hogan. After that moment, everything changes physically and emotionally. So do you think this is psychological, or do you think it's suggesting something spiritual?
I feel that there's definitely something spiritual, supernatural. Yeah, there's something there with they believe these things because they've experienced these things, and they've passed these stories down. This is very much a part of their culture and just their beliefs and things like that. And I just don't feel like this is just like they say that the bad parts of whoever died can enter them. And if that's the case, Joe and Bern have both, or I know at least Joe has said he's seen it before. And I think she may have said it also. It's just, this is very uncharacteristic of him. Even his mood, how he snapped at Joe, like that's not normally how he is. Even if something doesn't go his way, he thinks about things more even tempered and things. So yeah, I definitely feel there's something affecting him more than just something psychologically. He's probably feels like he's losing his mind and things. Yeah. But yeah, I definitely think the spiritual realm is in effect here for him.
Yeah, I think so too. But I also thought it was interesting that he didn't take, when Bernadette offered him her pouch, that he didn't take it. Like he just resisted it. I'm just wondering if that's going to come into play in a future episode where he does take it, where he does accept it. It's going to be interesting to see.
Yeah. The other thing that I really enjoyed was when they're looking at Billie's dead grandfather, and he points out all that someone has gone. They've tried to lay him out, and while it looks like he's laid out in Navajo tradition, there are several mistakes, and he points those out. And again, I just thought that just shows us little pieces into this culture and things, that little elements we wouldn't know about otherwise. And he mentions the ring being on the wrong finger. It would be on, I think he said maybe the index finger or thumb, and the body was like facing west and it should have been north. Yes. Yeah, those things. And so I just really, I always enjoy those things that they point out like that, to show us just how it should actually be.
Yes. And the shoes were on the wrong, I guess it's supposed to happen that, right? You're supposed to change the shoes, but I love that too. It's like, we had no idea that was something that happened. So yes, every episode we learn something new that I just love watching. And there's something else I was going to say about that. It's interesting because she kills him point blank. I got to get rid of you. Yeah. But then but I still need to do this because this is your elder, your culture, and I need to do something for that. And even at the end, okay, so this leans into what you're saying and also Irene's obsession, because when she first walks up, she sees his sweat lodge and she's just enamored of it. This is just beautiful. Nobody does this anymore, but you do this. But so something is resonating with her through all of this. I'm wondering, was it already, or was it Joe that's intriguing her, or having her do this? I don't know.
And I had another thought too. It's like she says she has respect for the culture. She says she likes these things. But then she intentionally does some of these. I guess she does some of these things. And I'm wondering, is it intentional? I'm going to do it. I'm going to say, oh, I'm all, about your culture and respect and blah, blah, blah. But yet when I prepare this body, I'm going to do these things wrong intentionally. Is she doing it intentionally? Like, I don't, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like she just seems to be very manipulative and things like that. And she seems genuine when she's talking about it. But I wonder,
I hear you. And as you're saying that, I'm thinking, oh my gosh, what if the whole ending is an act 2? But I don't know. She seemed
pretty serious about that part. She was digging him with his shirt undone. And
okay, wait, let's just talk about that for a second. Okay, because Joe comes out. He comes out. He's got his hair down. He's got his shirt open. Are we watching Bridgerton?
Exactly.
His pants are undone. Joe. Oh my goodness.
Oh yeah. So we learned a whole new side of Joe.
He did resist her kiss, though.
Yes, he did. He seems very like,
yeah. What the hell? What the hell is going on here? Why is she kissing me?
But the gun on me, so I don't know exactly what I should do.
Oh man! And worth noting, that kiss was not in the script.
I read that.
Yeah. So
she was really
this
feeling
actress. I know. She's all Joe. She's got the hair, the open shirt. The wind is blowing the fan.
Yep.
Everything's
the right moment. I'm holding a gun on him. He can't go anywhere.
Oh man. So
Yeah.
anyway.
Yeah, that was interesting. That was not
yeah.
scripted, and she just went ahead and did what she thought needed done.
So then it makes me think, sorry, this is where my mind goes. Okay, is that the one you taped? And did you do it again? And because, nothing
Yeah.
comes out the very first time. You have to keep
Right.
doing it. So then I'm curious. I'm like, I don't know. I want to be there. I want to be the
Yeah.
fly on the wall when that was happening.
Or maybe they did the one take and they're like, whoa, we got this, cut, we're done. Scene.
True. Because they got so close though. So it made me
Yeah.
feel like they were intentional. So I don't know if she kissed him and then they're like, wait a
Oh.
minute, we need to get this.
Yeah.
So let's do it again. I don't know. But yeah, it was, my God, this whole episode just blew me away. Blew me away. All right. We're going to get to our rapid fire questions, but I want to know, is there anything else that we didn't touch upon that you wanted to talk about?
I think so. I think I got everything.
I know so much. So here are our rapid fire questions. So I am going to ask you 3 questions. You're going to give me your gut reaction. I'm going to give mine. Friends out there, please give us your reaction too. Play along with us. Okay. First question. Which character surprised you most in this episode, emotionally or action-wise?
I'm going to say Chee, and just his change. He's in a much darker place this season with everything. And we don't usually see much emotion from him. And so I felt, especially the anger, that was the one I think that shocked me the most, was just how he responded in anger, especially to Joe. And I know he's hurt and everything, but he usually is very respectful of Joe. So yeah, I was pretty shocked about how he handled that.
I would say the same with both Bernadette, the person that he just told he loved, and then with Joe too. I know he's so hurt, but to react that way. And you're a detective, like you're supposed to be able to keep your emotions in check, but no. And I did want, like when you said you want to shake him, I said to myself when I was on the couch, I'm like, I told my husband, I want to shake him. What's wrong with him? I know you're hurt. I know it. And again, you can say you're hurt. You can be mad. You can walk away, but it's the things that come out of your mouth that are like shocking.
Especially when he said the dig about Emma. He said that.
Yes.
That had to that was a low blow.
Yeah. You're a liar.
Yeah.
And you're looking in the mirror. I'm like, oh my God. Okay. Okay. If you could step into one character's shoes for an hour, who would it be and why?
Joe, because I just need to know what's going on in his head right now. Because he's got all this stuff going on and this weird woman. And it's like, what is Joe thinking? I don't want to be in his shoes the hour he's kissing her. Let's do it in between some of that stuff. But yeah, just to know what's going on, like really going on inside him.
That's a good one. I was afraid we were going to keep going down the same line, but I'm going to say Bernadette, because she is the only one right now this episode that she's got her shit together at the moment, I think.
Yes, we think so.
Yeah. And I like how she's protecting Billie and such. So I'm like, okay, I could do this. I could be you for an hour if I needed to be. Yeah. All right. What are you looking forward to most in the next episode?
LA in the 1970s. I'm like, well, how cool is that? I can't wait to see we see a little bit of what they're dressed and they're not in their uniforms anymore and things. And so, I'm just excited to see all of that and how they film it and everything, because they do film it and it makes you feel like you're in the 70s. A lot of times you feel like, oh yeah, and the cars and the fashions and stuff. So yeah, I'm real excited for that.
I am too. That's what I have, is to see them just in Los Angeles, but I'm assuming they're not going in their capacity. So how much protection are they going to have or backing? So it'll be fun because we're in a new place. And of course, unfortunately, this woman's going to go after Emma. And Emma's in Hollywood because I saw that on the address. And I'm like, oh man, come on, Joe. Ooh, Joe's going to go into protective mode also. So yeah. So I don't know. Here we go for a ride. All right. Circling back to our question of the day. We've talked a lot about Chee. So I think we've probably come to some conclusions. So do you think Chee's reaction is purely emotional, or is something else affecting him?
Definitely something else. I feel that We've mentioned a couple times here, the spirituality, whatever's going on with that. And I have a feeling it's going to get worse before it gets better. I think something will be really crazy. I mean, it's just as crazy as some of the stuff that's happened this season. I just imagine something's going to happen pretty wild with him.
Yeah, I agree. It just doesn't seem like him entirely. I feel like something's just really adding to it. Yeah, so I agree with that. And I think this is not the end of it. It's going to continue. It's going to get worse. And so, and I'm sure Bern is going to be there to help him through it, and Joe too. But Joe's going to be having to fend off this woman, Irene, and also help Emma. I think for the most part, I think both of them will help him, but I think it's going to be Bernadette. All right, friends out there, what do you think? Do you think Chee's reaction is purely emotional or is something else affecting them? Let us know in the comments wherever you're watching or listening. If you need to get to our social media, you can go to screensinfocus.com and they're all up at the top and you just click on that and get to us. Or if you want to call us and leave us a message, which we would love, please call us at 669-223-8542 and we will answer your question on the next episode. Well, that's a wrap of Dark Winds. Come back for episode 4, but don't leave us just yet because we have two that we're going to share with you. One, we're going to share with you our TV and movie recommendations, but also we're celebrating Screens in Focus, passing the 300 mark. So exciting. And I also want to thank Renee for helping Screens in Focus get to 300 because she has been so invaluable to me. And I just love all your insights and the breakdown. And I love that we get to talk TV and movies together. So I really do want to thank you from the bottom of my heart. I'm so grateful for you. So thank you for being here. Of course,
I love doing it. And like you said, it's always fun to break all this down with you. We have a lot of common interests. And so it's just been so much fun. Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you. So in honor of the milestone, I thought it would be fun to do a quick Screens in Focus rapid fire. So Renee, I'm going to ask you 5 questions and you're going to answer whatever pops out. So here we go. What's one movie or TV show we've covered that you still think about?
We've done quite a few things. I think The Bear. I think we had some real good discussions with that. Yeah, I want to say The Bear.
I love that. That's such a good one. Okay, how can I not say The Walking Dead?
Yeah.
Because that's where it started. That's where I found you. And I said, hello, Renee. You don't know me. But I know you love the show and I love the show. And I think that we should get together and talk about it. I just love The Walking Dead. You love The Walking Dead. And so I think that our conversations are just so heartfelt and full. And that is the show that I would say. Okay, what's one performance that really stayed with you?
From anything?
Yes. Yeah.
Oh, cool.
It could be anything you want, whatever it means to you. Right. So it could be anything we've talked about, or it could be if something sparked in your brain that you've seen outside of, that's okay too.
I guess one that always sticks with me is Morgan Freeman in Shawshank Redemption. Because I love that movie so much. And he is just so good. And he's good in almost everything he does. But for some reason, that always just sticks with me for some reason. Yeah. I think that's the one. It's the first one that popped in my head.
I love it. I love it. It's so good. And that movie is so good. And I love him in that. I love his narration throughout it all. Oh, that's such a good one. So my mind, okay, so now you're making me go to a different movie. Because if I was just, the thing that clicked in my brain now, we may stop recording and I'm like, oh shoot, I should have said this and that. But the thing that came to my mind was Revenant with Leonardo DiCaprio. When he's attacked by the bear and just everything that he's trying to do and just, oh my gosh, his family, his son, just everything. And it just moves me. But what I was going to say of the things that we have covered, I was thinking because you had said the bear, it reminded me of the episode of John Bernthal in the bear and
Mhm.
his moments there, and how much those moments meant to the
Mhm.
both of us and how much we loved those. So I thought that those were really good scenes in
Yeah,
there.
very good. Yeah.
I've cried on a lot more, but we're not going to get into those right now. All right. What's one TV show or movie you'd recommend to everyone listening?
Almost Famous. I love that movie so much. And I'm reading Cameron Crowe's memoir right now.
Oh,
The
are
Young
you?
Fool. Yes, because I've always said he should get with me and we should write his biography because I think the man is fascinating. And so I was describing his memoir to someone as, if you like the movie, which I love the
Yes.
movie,
Yes.
the book is like a prequel, sequel, and fill in for the movie.
Wow.
You just because a lot of that was based on his life. And it's so fascinating. And I'm only about halfway through it. And I'm just like, it's just so good. So anyways, Almost Famous because it's just so good.
I love that. See, you make me rethink everything. I realize we're doing a episode on Dark Winds, but if this comes out outside of Dark Winds, I want to tell people go watch this because I really think that this is for everyone.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone can gain something from this TV series.
Mm-hmm.
It just has so much to offer emotionally, culturally, spiritually, action, crime, mystery. It has so much. And when I was with Sam, I said The Walking Dead, of course, Stranger Things and Cobra Kai, because those are my favorite series. And I didn't mention Dark Winds, and I was so mad at myself. I want to kick myself. And I'm like, I'm going to do it. When I meet with Renee, I'm going to advocate for everybody watch Dark Winds because I do love it so much. And in saying that, for some reason, a show that came to my mind was 1883. I really love that series.
That was so good.
So go watch that one too. All right. What's a TV show or movie you're most excited about next?
Christopher Nolan, The Odyssey for a movie.
Ooh.
I think that's a movie, right? I think that one's a movie. And then the Peaky Blinders is the Immortal Man. Yeah, those are two that this like coming soonish, I think. Yeah.
Oh, those are good ones. So I really want to see Hail Mary really bad with Ryan Gosling. So I cannot wait for that. Toy Story 5. Love Toy Story. It is one of my favorites. So I can't wait for that. Dune 3, which I think is coming out when another movie's coming out.
The Avengers Doomsday.
Avengers Doomsday. It's hard to say Dune and Doomsday, but I think there's a play on that. Yes. So I'm looking forward to those. And I know there's more, and I can't think of them right now, but that's what I'm looking forward to. All right. What's one thing you love about talking about movies and TV?
I don't think there's one thing, but I think I guess with you specifically is just how fun it is to break it down. I'll think of things and think, oh, she'll probably say the same thing, but you say something different that makes me think of something different. So I just love that we have enough in common that we like a lot of the same things, but I also feel like there's other parts that we each pick out. And so I love that, just the different conversations we have with it. It's just so much fun and makes me really think more about the episodes or whatever it is.
Yeah. I love it too. I love that it's a community. I love that other people feel things that I feel, that you feel things about the characters and the story, that we get excited about it and sharing all that. I love recommending things to people, and you and I get to recommend things to people. And yes, that we get to play off each other and that we have this relationship with each other, and we wouldn't have known each other otherwise. So I definitely love everything that TV and movies gives us, and also the connection that it helps us to make with one another. So again, Renee, I want to thank you for being a part of Screens in Focus and getting to 300 episodes with me. Thank you so much.
My pleasure.
All right, we are going to move on. What are your TV and movie recommendations?
I mentioned last week I did finish Bridgerton and watch it. It's so good. Night of Seven Kingdoms, finished that. That again, amazing. I just love that so much. And still working on The Pit, still going through those. But there's one series I forgot that I think it came out. The third season came out in January. It's called School Spirits, and I really enjoyed. The first season was so good. second season was still really good. I mean, I watched the whole thing, was excited about it, and then I was anxious to see what they do with the third season. So I'm a couple episodes in, but it's just like one of those ones I don't hear enough talk about. I think more people should, this girl, she's in high school. The afterlife is like in the school, and she meets these the dead people who've died at the school. They're stuck there. Their afterlife is stuck in the school. And then there's these things that come up. They're trying to investigate these mysteries and things. And I just think it's really fun. It's not a big, heavy thinker one or anything like that, but it's very fun. So I really do like it. Yeah. The third season, I think the third season's a little better than the second season even. And we'll see how it ends. But that, and then I also started watching, have you ever heard of Station 11?
I have heard of it. I haven't watched it. So
it's, it's kind of dystopian, post-apocalyptic, that kind of thing. But it's more focused on the connections with these people, the survivors, than the conflict. Like a lot of our other Walking Dead and all these other ones. So it's a little bit of a slow burn. I've only watched the first episode. I watched a little of the second. But I really enjoyed it. And the acting's really good. They're like, Hamish Patel is in it. Laurie Petty has a role in it. I'm trying to remember. I thought there was a third. I can't think of the third actor. But good acting and everything like that. But it's just an interesting take on as opposed to what we normally see in a lot of these where everybody's just out for themselves kind of thing. So I'm excited to keep going with it and see how it turns out.
Yeah, I have seen that. I haven't tuned in yet, though. And School Spirits, you've mentioned that a couple times before. So I know you really enjoy it. So I know it must be really good. I haven't tuned in yet. Okay, so I have one TV show, one movie. The TV show is Monarch. It has come back. It's on Apple TV Plus. So it's Kurt Russell and Wyatt Russell. And so they play the same character, but in different times. And it has to do with King Kong and Godzilla. And it's Legacy of Monsters, something like that. Season one was last season. Now we're on season 2. But I'm going to tell you so much. There's a lot of, like I said, time, dimensions that I had to keep up. I'm like, I need a refresher because so much happened. So it was really good start. And I love Kurt Russell. Yeah. And I love that his son is in this too. So it was really fun to get back into it. But we do need to catch up a little. My husband was lost too. So we're watching this again. But it's good. So check that out. And you know what? I do want to say I'm always for King Kong. Like he gets pissed because people are like messing up his island. And I do feel for him. Like I know he can be very scary, but I've always felt for King Kong. Like he's not like a villain. He's just him. So it's like treat Kong right, man. Yeah. Treat him right. And the movie I watch is one you watched recently, and that's Bugonia. So I watched it on Friday night. Emma Stone, Jesse Plemons. The performances were amazing. The movie, I'm like, what the hell?
Bizarre.
It was so like you said, slow. And it's not until the very end that you're like, what? What's happening? Yes. Okay.
Yep.
That's exactly how you felt. It was like slapping. It was like, bop, 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 bop.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, I was glad I stayed with it because normally I would have given up on that slow burn of a movie, but
you had to see the ending.
Yeah,
for it all to
come together.
She would have been like, what the heck? But I do want to say that the performances were so darn good. I'm glad that Emma Stone is nominated for an Oscar. I'm surprised Jesse Plemons is not. I think that he deserves it as well. All right, that is a wrap. Again, Renee, thank you so much for our conversation today.
Yes, thank you.
Yay. I'm so glad she keeps coming back. I hope she keeps coming back because it's fun. It's so much fun. And we hope you're having some fun too. So thank you for joining us today. We hope something we said today resonated with you. We'd love it if you'd share this podcast with a friend. And remember, you can always subscribe to Screens in Focus at screensinfocus.com. Remember to keep watching, keep exploring, and keep those screens in focus. We will see you next time. Bye.
Bye.